From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. We've got Major League Baseball on a Tuesday night. It's the New York Mets taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. Today's starting pitcher, Roki Sasaki. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, it's a three-pitch mix in the repertoire for this starter. He's going to have to command all three if he's going to have success on the hill today.
Just about to get started. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Number 12, Francisco Lindor.
And that's how we get started here in Los Angeles.
Hey!
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's a Mets lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Just underway, crowd getting settled here at Dodger Stadium.
Hey!
Let's go, 1-1 now. Called strike right there. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. And downstairs.
That's down.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Two down, nobody on. Hard hit, could be extra bases. And that's going to get into the corner. That gets by him. And he'll pull into second safely.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball one.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch two-out double made this inning interesting.
And a foul ball. Man at second. Misses outside. And now 3-1.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
And ball 4 to a board.
Take your base.
Batting fifth, first baseman Jorge Polanco.
Nope, that's a ball.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. 2 aboard, 2 outs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Here's a 2-0. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Two on, 2 outs. Base hit into the outfield. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
That swing is all about confidence. Sitting pretty with a 3-0 count and using it to your advantage instead of wasting what turned out to be a good opportunity. A great job of hitting, and the result is a single. Good stuff.
Now the catcher up to hit, Francisco Alvarez. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Bases loaded, 2 down. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Here's a 1-2. A little bit
No,
low.
that's down.
That's a really good take.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Mets leave him loaded, and now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And on the mound now, David Peterson. What should we keep an eye on here?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Alex Call steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Hey!
That
That's a ball.
misses, and the count is 1-1. There's a strike.
2.
High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. And it slams off the bottom of the wall. And it's a double to start the bottom of the first.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Just about got it out of here down the line to left. So I'm sure he wishes he could have put a little more behind it, but he's got to feel good about that missile off the wall.
That's
Ball.
off the mark, and it's 1-0. Call at second with nobody out. And that one wrapped foul. The 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Next one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jackknifes out of the way. Runner at second, nobody out. Swings, and this one's flared. Base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock.
Will Smith to the plate.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Runners on the corners, no outs. And that is out of play. There's a 1-1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And that is downstairs. And the count now even up.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that's a base hit. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Dodgers.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Just missed.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in, you got to try to get another one or maybe 2.
No outs, runners at first and second. Next pitch is outside.
Ball 2.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
Ball, that's
outside. And they're all loaded up.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Golden opportunity right here. There's a strike. And this is inside.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Fly ball down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. The 1-2. And he grounds one to the right side, but it kicks foul. First inning going a bit long, 23 pitches to this point. Foul ball left side, he'll see another. Fights it off, he'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That one
That's ball
missed.
2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that could be the difference.
Ground ball left side could be 2. On to Simeon. On to first, double play. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. New inning getting started, and stepping in for New York, Tommy Pham.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
The 0-1.
Inside, ball 1.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Swings over the top of that one.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
The 0-2. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Fly ball down the line, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Quick move to first. Simeon back in. And now the 0-1.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Man at first, 1 away. Simeon runs. Swinging a foul straight back. Goes down looking.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
The shortstop takes the ball. Now quick throw to first. Simeon back in. That misses.
That's out.
And it's 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
And a 2-1 on the way. That one fouled off. Two down. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Comes a 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Mets lead one. They're down 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. Late on that fastball. Got him swinging.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First two pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
In the air to left center. Lindor has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. In for a strike. 0-1. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium and stepping in for New York, Luis Robert Jr. That one ripped left field. And in one hops the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
Ball one.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Inside move to second. Robert dives back in. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Fought off foul. One, two now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Robert leads off second with nobody out. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. On the ground to third, and he can't come up with it. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's the third baseman, Bo Bichette. Walked his first time. Runner on the go. Yeah, that's fouled off. No outs. Runners at first and third. The 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. You can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball double play.
The 1-2 stays alive. And that's outside. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. In there. Got him looking for the K. And that is a big first out.
Well, they were pretty much giving it to him right there. Playing the infield back. All you're looking for on offense is a simple ground ball. You got a tie ball game. Not sure what he was thinking up there. Strikeout looking is the last thing you want to see. Now you got to hope the next guy can pick you up and come through with a big 2-out hit.
Hey!
Two on, 1 out.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
And a 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That missed by a lot. Ball 2. here as he fouls it away. Two now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. That one is absolutely belted. That one hops off the wall and should score at least one. Runner around third. Relay throw. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Roki Sasaki is done. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Edgardo Henriquez.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Struck out swinging his first time. Fouled off. He was late. And there's a foul ball. Man at second. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Hey!
Swing and a pop-up. And that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this two-run double. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back here in LA as we go to the last of the third. Alex Call steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This one in the air. Lindor settles underneath it. One up, one down.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
That one ripped but foul. Oh, one down.
That's outside. Ball two.
Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's to third. Bichette throws to first in time, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will.
The batter now will be Will Smith.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far. Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was late.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Check swing didn't go. The count now 2-2.
Oh, this guy's going to have to slow things down. There's no reason for him to even check swing on that pitch. It was never even close.
Next offering is outside. And they'll do it again. Three-two. Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Dodgers down in order. They're down 2-1. Back here at Chavez Ravine. On to the fourth. Marcus Semien up now for the Mets. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one. Right there for a strike. On the ground, Espinal tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Next for the Mets, right fielder Tyrone Taylor.
Ball.
Swing and a foul out of play. There's a strike. In the air, right field. Tucker under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Edgardo Henriquez won't go any further tonight, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
To the mound now, they turn to Blake
49.
Trinan.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the Mets order, and the batter will be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
Ball. Down.
Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Aye.
And that one hammered, carrying well. And that one is off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Oh, that's inside.
Lindor stands at second with 2 gone. And a swing and a miss there. Next offering is fouled back. Man on second, 2 down. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. He makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Mets strand 1. They lead it 2-1. Bottom 4. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Tap foul at the plate.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Here's the 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That's inside. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
In an era with a lot of swing and miss and strikeouts, you gotta love an at-bat like this. No one giving in.
Swings through it for the K. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Ball 1.
The Dodgers down by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Right through there for a strike. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Inside.
Ball inside.
Ball 2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Center fielder, Andy Pajes.
And now, Andy Pajes. 0 for 1 so far. Lined, and that's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Foul ball there. That's in for a strike, a slider.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
The 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 0-2. Outside with a breaking ball. That misses the zone, and the count is even 2-2. Chases in the dirt, slider there. That completes the strikeout, inning over. One left for LA, and our score remains 2-1. Back here at Dodger Stadium. So now here's the Mets DH, Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Action in the pen down there. Tanner Scott, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Dryer getting loose as well. That's a strike. 0-2. Treinen in his 12th season, 37 years young. And he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Kansas. The 1-2. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Up the middle. It's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Into center. Pajes makes his way towards it. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Mets, first baseman Jorge Polanco.
One out man at first. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. That one lifted to left. Hernandez under it, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Mets, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
Foul ball. Vientos leads off first with 2 down to the inning. In the dirt. Ball to strike. That's a little bit low. The 2-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Everything came together for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here's Tommy Pham.
Hey.
First and second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Nope.
And that one fouled off. Just
Outside,
misses
that's
the
the ball.
mark outside the zone. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 2 on, 2 outs. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. The 2-2. Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. 2 left for the Mets as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Santiago Espinal. And that one fouled off. Here's your 1.
Nope.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Brooks Raley, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Razoban, the right-hander, also getting loose. That's down and in. Check swing, and he went. And it's 2-2. Outside, Miguel Rojas in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head-to-head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
High fly ball, right field. Taylor gets under it. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Alex Call getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. Lindor sends it to first, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, and they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
Pitching for the Dodgers.
Now on the bump, Jack Dreyer.
86.
He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Did he go?
Tries to hold up, appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. The 0-1.
That's a ball.
Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Tanner Scott, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed.
Ball, that's in.
That one finds the corner. It's 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two. Breaking
That's
ball misses
ball 3.
down and away. Ripped on the ground a second. In plenty of time to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder Tyrone Taylor.
So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. And that skips in the dirt.
That's ball 2.
That one fouled off. Fouled off left side. And there's a ball.
Outside.
Popped up. Espinal should have this one. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Aye.
Two down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball two.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That's ball
Just
three.
missed. Nice grab. Fires to first, and it beats him. What a play. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they still lead it 2-1. Back here in L.A., well, we go bottom six. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swings and sends a rocket to right. One away.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Movement in the bullpen. Joey Gerber getting ready to go. Kimbrel also getting ready. Yo one. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. He's got it, and that quickly 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. A strikeout and a walk. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And a ground ball to first. Gets to it with a slide. And that's a great play for the out. It's the Mets 2 and the Dodgers 1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we go to the top of the 7th. Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Liner caught at second.
Up next for the Mets, the designated hitter, Mark Vientos.
And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. And the 0-2. That one
Ball, that's
just
in.
misses.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
The 1-2 on the ground,
Foul.
and that's just foul. That one misses. Ball 2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
The 2-2 on the way. Short hop liner handled it short. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman, Bo Bichette.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Bo Bichette.
A good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Out towards right center field, and it drops in. And that gives Jorge Polanco a chance to hit with 2 out.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
No, inside.
Bichette, the runner at first with 2 gone. Popped up. Espinal moving under this one. And that is that. It's the Mets 2 and the Dodgers 1.
Now pitching for the Mets.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Joey Gerber.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off for
Well,
the Dodgers.
1-run game. Here is Freddie Freeman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Ball.
Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Looking to get the tying run on base.
That's ball 2.
That cuts the corner.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
And now 2-2. Should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Check
There you go.
swing, appeal to first. And he won around. Just enough that time. So the tying run at second. And that is out of play.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just unsand on those hands.
0-2 now. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Throw comes back in. The tying run stops at third with nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Really important at bat coming up now.
Max Muncy at the dish.
Ball 1.
In in the infield at the corners. Don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Hey.
That one inside. Look out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out.
Hopefully umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Here's a 2-2. That's a base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and this game is tied in the 7th.
Well, it comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Joey Gerber will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
On the mound now,
Number
Brooks
25,
Raley.
Brooks
This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Line drive. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. The throw in.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Miguel Rojas. First offering, runner goes, and it's fouled off.
Ball. That's inside.
Ground ball to the right side. Base hit. Pages scores. It's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Late swing, fouled off. Runners at first and second with one gone. Here the bottom of the 7th.
Ball. That's outside.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot. Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
2 on, 1 out, and fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Pulled out on strikes.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder
And now a very big at bat for Kyle Tucker. 1 for 3. Rayleigh, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big time benefit. 2 on, 2 outs.
Hey!
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
1-2 now. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Mets 2.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Alex Vesia.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
For the Mets, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
First pitch way inside a fastball.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there. Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, he got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here's the left fielder, Tommy Pham. 0 for 3 in this one. Off the plate, and that's ball 1. That one in there across the letters. Breaking ball inside, and it's 2-1. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. That misses, and the count is filled up.
Well, in this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
The 1-1. That one missed.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
And that one upstairs. Tyrone Taylor in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The Dodgers trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Brings it in, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder Tyrone Taylor.
So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Ball.
That one way inside. In the air, center field. And that's the 3rd out. Mets leave 1. They're down 3-2.
Now pitching for the
Back
Mets,
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Craig Kimbrell. This is his 3rd time out this year.
Leading off for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
For the Dodgers, left
All those
fielder,
numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Hernandez stands in now and watches strike 1. This one in the air, right field. This looks like extra bases. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Misses off the plate. And that is ball 1. One out and a runner at second here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. This to third, slides for the stop. To first, nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. That one way outside, ball 1. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. And now it's 3-2. Max Muncy up next for the Dodgers. Gets a piece and stays alive.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. Let's see if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Got him swinging on the curveball. Inning over. So the Dodgers leave 1, but they still lead at 3-2. Back here at Dodger Stadium, here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
That's in there. That's strike one. And he hits a ground ball right side. Freeman takes it to the bag. Now one gone in the ninth.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder Luis Robert Jr.
What do you
Check
got?
swing. Now we'll look down to first. And yes, he did. He went around. Way out front for strike two.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Good job to fight that one off. Here's the 0-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 0-2. Just
Oh, that's
missed.
upstairs.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Only one out remaining for the Mets.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
So it's their last chance in this one. Stepping in, Mark Vientos.
That's a ball.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth.
That's ball two.
Good hitters count the 2-0.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The Mets down to their final strike. And it remains 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Just missing there. Ball three.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Stays alive.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Payoff pitch. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
A 3-2 final score in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.